Hello, this is Apocrypha from APOC Industries, and welcome to day 52 of Nightfall. We left on a bit of a cliffhanger last time. I'm sorry. We're in the midst of building robots, and we didn't quite make it to the point where we were actually building robots. But today we're gonna build robots. And we're gonna do that by hooking up lubricant. And this should kick off those machines. Nope, because they need circuits. I think what we might do for circuits is run a red and green combined belt. I think that's what we're going to do. Robot parts only need red, but I think that's what we're going to do. As a matter of fact, I know that's what we're going to do because I'm the one doing it. And that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to run these down here. So, I mean, these aren't going to use a lot of green circuits. They're going to use 2 every 10 seconds, which means they use about 2 per second. Like 0.2 per second times 8. So they're going to be using like 1 per second-ish, something like that. Anyway, this is fine. And we didn't even make this the right way around, did we? Alright, this is going to come out over here, and over here, and this, we're going to actually run this all the way down and over here. So, okay, there we go. And that should allow all these to start working, which will then start... Wait, why did you not get lubricant? Oh, because we haven't actually hooked up the machines yet. That's an important part of the pipe puzzle. So these guys will start getting things they need. You need batteries too, batteries and steel, which we're also going to make a combined belt of. Batteries come from up here. And steel. Wait now. Confusing myself again. In any event, these are working. That's good. Batteries. Steel. Let's just get our batteries out as they are and combine them into steel over here, like so. And then send that down the line. So we will get our batteries in here. And we will hope that we don't get run over by trains. So batteries are now coming in, except the wrong way around. And those are going to come all the way down here, meet up with steel, because these take steel and batteries. You are waiting for engines. Wait. Oh, okay. you're waiting to output. It also helps, by the way, if you hook up the output of your machines so that they can spit into other machines. Flying robot frames are now functional. Awesome. Those take 20 seconds each, so they're going to take a very long time. Awesome. So the last thing that we want to be building here is roboports. And roboports are comparatively very straightforward, if I remember correctly, because they only need iron gear wheels, steel plates, and advanced circuits. And those are things which we can very easily just get. I'll make another belt maybe here, and then this belt comes down like this, and this can come in like that. And then this can go like that, that, and that. And it's good that this doesn't have power yet, because we're going to do something special here. I only want to make, at most, one roboport per minute. Because otherwise we are going to go through a whole heck of a lot of resources that I do not want to be going through. So what we need is a constant combinator fed into a decider combinator, fed into the assembler output here. And the constant combinator, we're actually going to just say up here where P is 1 and R is going to be 3600 for that many ticks. We're also going to cap our roboport. We're going to cap our roboport to minus, I'm going to say 10 right now. Okay, so this is starting to build a couple, and that's just fine. Overriding our stack size to 1. We're not going to put a limit on the chest. We are going to take this decider combinator and we're going to feed into the input using this, and then the output is going to be if T is less than R, then output T, output count, and we will hook that up. So now our timer is ticking, and every time that that ticks, which should theoretically be once per minute, we feed the output of this to this inserter. We use a green wire, and we're also going to use a red wire. Wait. No, we need to put an AND in here. We need to have a couple more decider combinators. This one's going to be a pulse, so if T equals 0, then say 1 green, and this is going to be if roboports is less than 0, output 1 green. And this is showing us our number of roboports. This is showing us our pulse. This is all feeding into here, and this no, sorry, this has to be our red wire here. Yeah, okay. Okay, and this is not yet ready to tick. If green is equal to 2, then we enable this. And now we're going to put that here. And this should only let out one roboport. There we go. Only lets out one roboport every minute, up to a maximum of 10 roboports. So that way, we are restricting the amount of resources that we're going to be consuming on roboports to be something that's reasonable. And we also need to hook this up to our information pole. And need to hook this up to here as well. Yeah, okay, there we go. So our green signal is how much we have, and our red signal is how much we're still waiting for. It's interesting that the logistics spots are building first. Is that interesting? I don't know if that's interesting or not. Regardless, as long as... oh no. Oh, hold on now. Hold on now. We have done this incorrectly. This should be better. Our poor logistics robots lost the ability to be built at all for a while there. Okay. That's much better. And we have 2 roboports. We're just going to grab them. We're going to grab these construction robots. We're going to grab these logistic robots. And great! We now have robots. I'm very excited about this. These use a lot of power. Well, let's head up to our bootstrap base. We'll let this... Wait a second. No, go back. We need to fix our power poles. Go back! Fortunately, we have loops all over the place because our rail design is very haphazard. We're going to hop out of the train at the end here, blip, and we're going to fix this. There we go. That's better. Alright. And we could probably actually put these in passive provider chests. Let's do that. They're not hooked up to a robotics network. Or are they? Da da da. I think that it would be fitting for our very first robotic network to be next to where we're building robots. I think that that would be appropriate. Here we go. And we could put a few robots in there. They're not going to be doing anything, but that's okay. And again, we are only outputting one of these per minute, which is exactly what we want. And we are limited by our flying robot frames, which, whoops, is to be expected. So it's going to take a little while for these robots to kind of stack up, and that's perfectly fine. We are also going to want to make some storage chests. We have a lot of red circuits, and these only take one each, so I don't mind handcrafting these. And the reason that we're going to want to build a lot of storage chests is because we are going to start breaking down all of this stuff. Just the whole shebang. We're going to start breaking it. How much power did those... Obviously it doesn't use any power, really, until we actually use it. So that's fine. Alright. So let's start thinking about... oh boy. Let's start thinking about where we want to put these roboports. I only care that they are covering things that need to be built at the moment. I mean, obviously they have to be connected to the logistics as well, but the most important thing is that they're covering things that need to be built. So let's do something like this. We don't have very many to work with right now. Huh? Wait, where? Oh my goodness. Well, isn't that something? Here, you need some power. And you can have some bots. And I'm gonna put the storage chests. I want them out of the way of where trains are. So I'm just gonna start putting them right here, I think. And if I put one of these in here. Look at you go! Oh, he's so slow! Hey, you go, buddy. You go, buddy. You gonna make it? Hey, you made it. Good job, buddy. Aww. What a little cutie. Okay, enough of that. We got serious work to do. We want to make sure that everything that we want to build is going to be covered. That seems reasonable. And my nanobots do not interface when we're inside a logistics network, which is good. We don't want it to. I'm also going to just slap another roboport down here so that they'll have an additional place to charge if they need to. And this should be enough for us to start thinking about tearing down our base. Alright. Let us start with something that we know we're not using right now, and that we also know we are going to have to tear down. That is our science. Let's just start with that. I'm going to set up maybe some filters on some of this. So like, oh, unfortunately, yeah, that's not gonna work super well. We'd have to do like one chest per. There we go, but maybe that's okay. And I somehow have 5 fish in storage. Oh, but I have no logistics box. Hey! There you go, buddies! Hey! Oh, they're so slow. Anyway, maybe we'll put coal in here. We can put some stone in here, maybe? No, we don't need that. That's fine. Got a lot of garbage that's gonna end up getting cleaned up here. We put a spot for coal, right? Yeah, okay. We're also, I think, maybe gonna build a few more of these. We need some more steel. Alright. I'm so very excited to start ripping this all apart. Excellent. We have 5 fish in storage. What more could you ask for? Ah, look at them go! They're so slow. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I've ever used bots like before actually getting speed upgrades for them. That's super cute. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is take out the inserters. That's going to be the first thing. Inserters, inserters, inserters. I think that should be good. Okay. And here goes nothing. Go bots, go! Okay, and we don't have enough bots, so we're just going to run down and see if we have more bots. Oh, this is fantastic. This is fantastic. This is exactly what I was looking forward to, because now we can start the slow process of tearing all this stuff down and rebuilding it without having to worry about having inventory ourselves. I'm super excited for these really, really slow bots. Very excited. We have a few more roboports. Let's just grab them. Grab these guys. We don't need a whole lot in logistics. And head back here. I'm just pleased as punch. Okay. And let's head on over and start just building these guys in other places where they're going to get heavily utilized. And you guys can go in here. So I guess it'll try to keep items split out into their own chests without prompting, which is kind of cool. So as long as we have enough chests, maybe we don't need to worry about setting up filters for all this stuff. So we are just going to continue making rows of chests. That's what we'll do. There. Next thing that we're going to remove is basically everything else, I guess, eh? And all of our construction robots are going to be put to work. They're slowly going to be dismantling all this stuff. One thing that we have to worry about is keeping power on for our roboports, so we will make sure that we do that. Okay. Suppose that we don't need this here either then. And we do have more roboports that we could be setting up here. Because like I said, we know we're going to be using up... Oh, how's our power doing? This is going to start really chewing through our power. Look at them go. Such studious little bots. And this is not a permanent permanent setup by any stretch of the imagination. We are just giving these guys some work to do while we do some other stuff. Cool. All right. Well, I'm very excited to have bots now. They are not going to be working very quickly, and that's okay. So I may just do a series of mini episodes of clearing all this up. Yeah, because this is probably going to take a while. Thank you for joining me. This has been day 52 or something of Nightfall. Thanks for joining me.